I've always loved people with big lips.
Definitely.
Have you ever kissed somebody
But
with big
people,
lips?
I have.
I love a lip.
I do. But people are injecting their lips.
Yeah, but that means Pepita, like people are just curating and just doing so much to have this image that is a fad. Because the standard of beauty now will not be the standard of beauty in the next 20 or so years.
So
because of the standard of beauty now was not the beauty 20 or so years ago. Yeah. Welcome to the Honey Pot Show. I'm your host, the Stinger Honi B. And today, I'm happy, like 20 little kids, to have with me your chica, Pepita.
Hi. Woo, 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 woo. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here. How are you?
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I love your show.
Yeah.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Okay, so this is happening impromptu.
Oh.
Right, which is the most beautiful thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, spontaneity. So whenever really have nothing, I didn't get to buy you anything, but I have.
Happy birthday, I mean.
Well, not just for your birthday. Aw, happy birthday belatedly.
Thank you.
But not just for your birthday, but just for you to share with me here on the show. So I have this bottle of Sangster's rum cream. I've had it for, it can pass me.
You've had
It's
it?
been in the fridge. I'm not gonna say how long in that fridge. Just realized something.
Why? Oh my goodness. Chocolate flavored.
Yeah, it's
Love
a
it.
chocolate flavored one. You're a rum cream girl as well, right?
I am.
I don't want to get more than you.
Give me little layers then.
Yeah, I feel like,
That's okay.
yeah. I'm trying to be as equal as possible, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Bling. Yes, so cheers, Pep.
Yes.
Some chocolate
To
rum cream in the building.
prosperity.
It
Love
hits.
that.
And it hits good without ice too, because I feel like ice does that thing where it water it out and water it down. So yeah, this is very
Wow.
concentrated,
It's really nice.
aka I have no ice. So I want to kickstart with you today, sort of thinking back, like going back to when we met and our early years together. We were in our 20s.
Yeah.
We met at Sun City,
Yeah.
right?
When we did it at the little house.
Yes.
Because Sun City started from Mama B's house.
Yes.
And then it moved to the Portmore Pines Plaza. But I definitely met you when you guys were at the house, and I was saying, oh my gosh, I think I want to do it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And when I saw you doing it, I was like, yeah, I think
But
I want
that
to do
day,
it.
you said that you came to shoot a music video, right?
With Maja Bliss, yeah. But I was observing everything and whatnot. But yeah, Maja Bliss, big up yourself. So we were shooting a music video with him, and he's good friends with Steve Billings, who is the owner for Sun City, and he was our boss as well. Yeah, so yeah, that's how the
Sun
connection
City
came
boss.
about.
Yeah, so you didn't start working at Sun City until after we moved from the room at Mama B's house, as you
True.
say. Which, oh my gosh, at the mention of Mama B, man,
You know, God
wow,
bless her
that
soul.
news really did hit. It was very shocking.
Extremely.
First, our sincerest condolences to the entire Sun City family and
Yes.
to close friends and
I'm from
and family too. And listen, people die every day, but it still does not prepare you for when someone close to you passes, especially if you just didn't expect the person to pass.
you can never be prepared for
Yeah.
that.
When was the last time you saw Mama B?
Wow, I think I saw her last year sometime, but it was in passing and I never got to, like go to her and embrace her and stuff. But I
Yeah,
did see
share energy.
Sunflower. I saw Sunflower, of course, because when my father died, they actually came to the funeral.
Yeah.
And I was not working at Sun City at the time, so it was like, oh, they love
That's
me.
very sweet. Yeah.
Yes, with the Sun City bus and everything, I was like, wow, this is support.
Yeah, which is
So that felt
good.
really good. So just hearing that Mama B passed is crazy, because she's one of those persons that like she want help you all the time.
Yeah.
She want
She's
know
about
about with you.
helping.
Because she want to tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Like, she want to guide you.
she kind of took me under her wings. She kind of took me for her daughter.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
she'll love you. Honi B, my Honi B.
Yeah, so the last time I saw her was back in, I think it was end of February, early March there. So, and I went there with someone for an interview, and so I was in the studio with them, right? And when I walked in, I hugged her from behind. But then she never, it's like she was so focused on the person she was going to interview. She was just like, oh my God, talking to the person. She never see me in the talk with her. So I was sitting there watching the entire interview till it done.
Yeah.
I didn't say, Mama, be real nice to me this. So then I don't know what she said to me. Like she was just saying something about the interview and about the person to me after the interview. And I was like, Mom, you know, sister, Honi B. And she was like, Honi B. She was like, oh my God, and she grabbed me and she said, remember how we grew
See
up?
for real.
It was beautiful to reconnect and to see her again and thing, and then, you know.
It's nice to
But it's
reconnect
life.
with people from, you know, those stages because they know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And just to see the level of appreciation they have for your growth, it feels good because you're like, well, I really grew then.
You know?
I really grew up. So, you know, Mama was one of those persons. And everybody at Sun City, you know, we had a good little thing going on over there when we were there. We got a lot of support.
Yeah.
We went through a lot of stuff, good
Yes.
and bad, as if anywhere that, you know, it's life.
That was my start in radio, you know what I mean?
Mine too.
That's where I created Honi B, I suppose.
Look at that.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's
you
crazy
did.
when
I
you
mean,
think
she
of
was
it.
there before. She just came out when you went there.
5 years. Right. So, you know, the years rolled by. Ghana, Japan for much 10 years, you know.
10 million.
10 million years. Finally come back when I was about 100 million.
Jeez.
And thing and but we kept in communication a little bit on social
Yeah,
media.
man, when you talk, I used to watch The Sweet Life.
Oh yes. So guys, The Sweet Life is a live show that I used to do on Facebook. I used to do it every Monday morning.
Very bravely.
Very bravely, because it was very preachy.
Yeah.
And I used to use my book, Acts of Faith, Daily Meditations.
That you still
For
have.
people of, that I still have, that I still read, by Ian Lavanzan, People of Color. And it's such a great book. And every day it gives you a reading and you kind of, it helps. And it was a part of my healing process.
Yeah.
And I used to come on and read from it and shout at the camera.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
You know, those are still up on Facebook.
They were still there.
They still be there.
I lost access to my Facebook. I don't have access to my Facebook. So that's
So
just
when
going to
you
be
get
there.
head on over
Please
there.
don't. There's no need.
Check it out, people.
No.
But those were fun times.
Those were fun times. And
And
I
it
wish
can-
we'd continue the show. Why did I
wish it did.
stop?
I wish it did. But, you know, it's just life.
Yeah.
We do that sometimes. And then at that time, you lost them this shot.
Yeah.
And then they just
Because when I went to Japan, my locks were probably like here.
Yeah.
And then them grow to yes, I know. And then we cut them in
They're beautiful, by the way.
2020. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And welcome to the
So,
Locked family.
Thank
as
you.
a Locked goddess.
Oh my gosh, I'm a lock. Oh my God, that's what I am.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So you know
Oh,
when
yes.
when I'm on air and I'm introducing myself and I'm
I
like,
hear you say it
yeah,
all
I'm
the
your
time.
favorite Locked goddess, this thing on B.
Oh my God.
You should say it.
Okay,
You're
I
a
should-
goddess.
But I'm at my year and 6 months in, I think, with my
6
lock.
months in?
1 year. and
1
6
year.
months.
1 year and 6
Yeah,
months.
going on 2 years, and yeah, it's nice. I like the freedom it gives me.
Yeah.
I like the look. I like the freedom from expectation, because before I was like this
Yes.
curly hair, pretty hair girl. And
Yeah.
you're pretty. Why
This
would you do
idea
this
of
to yourself?
perfection.
Yeah, I
That's the
hated
first
it.
thing I
And
want us
wanted
to start
smash the
talking
status
about
quo,
today.
bro.
Yeah.
So I smashed
This
it.
is you rebellion.
This is rebellion. Don't understand
Rebellion.
why.
Rebellion.
But- and it's also a vow to the Most High to live righteously in society, in terms of not religiously but righteously.
Are you
Like,
Rasta?
no, sir. I mean, big up to the Rastas. I love your liberty and your teachings, and I do listen and I read a lot of things that they have produced, but I don't subscribe to religion.
Yeah, I'm not
I
religious.
have a relationship with the Most High, and I'm a best friend with Daddy and everything, so I just deal with him on
Yeah.
the level there. Yeah, and
So-
I don't let anybody tell me how I should deal with him, or, you know, can I tell this story?
Of course.
I was at you the other day, and this lady approached me and she was saying to me, can I ask you a question? And immediately I was defensive, because I was like, it's not gonna be a question
That you're gonna like.
no. I figured. Anyway, so she looks at me and she said, you know, I saw you, but you look the same, but you also look different. And I said, yeah, maybe it's my locks and so on. You know, immediately when people say locks, them say you're a Rasta. And nothing wrong with that, but it comes also with some, judgment and thing, and whoever it's coming from in terms of this particular lady. Anyway, she asked me if I still believe in God. And I said, I'm going to refrain from answering that question because that's between me and him. It's none of your business. I'm never going to suffer. I'm just say I'm going to refrain.
Do you know her?
I mean, I know the lady from Adams.
So she didn't even know she didn't believe in God in the first place.
Just because I look different, like you're going to ask me if I still believe in God. Like you're supposed to look a certain way if you believe in a God. So then something they just get me off, like.
Yeah, I mean, people, or the first engagement is your sight. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, for people, and I will say of lesser minds, they don't look beyond that. Yeah? So immediately, they look at you physically and they think that's all of you now. Like, people are so complex and so layered. But
they're so caught up with the
physicality.
Ideal you, or the ideal you that they envision, because there used to me being saying I went on a Christian journey. Yes, I'm no longer on that journey. I'm on a different spiritual path, but just because I was there and I'm no longer there, it doesn't make me any more less of a person. It doesn't make me any less focused. As a matter of fact, I would look at me for inspiration, because it's like, may I go through the motions and may I find out, say, all right, so I'm gonna like that, I'm gonna agree with
you're
that.
Questioning,
I'm
just
accept where you give me, and I tell me, and I'm learning things, and I'm reading other books, and I'm, but I'm not to overload myself, but I have a basic understanding that nothing is set in stone. Like, people need to free up.
Amen. So, just to underscore, that point of perfection. And it's something that I have been meditating on for some time now. No, because if you look in the media, look on social media, there's this image that is purported of quote unquote perfection, where there is no curl out of place. Everything is just pristine and crisp.
Not like,
you know what I mean?
Exhibit A.
And it's just
not in a bad way, because I love to embrace my organic self.
Sure, and I just think it's so fake, and I don't find it to be interesting or beautiful. But that's the standard now. So when you see the images and you see the pictures of when people put together their clothes or put together themselves, and you're looking at them, and it's just like, like, this is not real. And I don't know, I just hate it. And that is why there are certain people that I admire. And for example, Rihanna. I love Rihanna, and I love Rihanna because of her rebel spirit, because she will wear her hair out in braids, in locks,
bantu
knots, one piece twist so, one piece tan so, one big piece ketchup so, one little piece run so. And this is Rihanna, one of the biggest pop stars on the planet. You know what I mean? And when she dresses, she's just so free, and she's not concerned about particular rules of fashion, or even exactly how you're supposed to quote unquote look. And then the fact that she's natural, this is her natural body, and she's had those 2 boys, and now she's pregnant again.
Ow.
And our breasts are gonna long already, and they're gonna go longer.
Pew pew.
And she is Rihanna, and I feel like that is beautiful. That's the sort of thing to me that I admire.
Yeah.
And I just feel like with social media, especially for the younger people, people who may not have gone through the things that we've gone through and gotten to a place where you realize it's nothing.
This level of awareness.
And you've probably seen all of these people on social media who look perfect in real life, and you're like, yeah, you really aren't that.
It takes a lot of effort.
You really aren't that cute, are you?
Yeah.
But for young people, when they see these images, they're drawn into it, right? And they look at themselves in the mirror, they pick apart, they don't like their nose, they don't like their eyes, they don't like their lips.
So they
want to fix it. They want to have big puffy lips. Remember one time when
big puffy lips
was
are
not
thing?
it?
Why?
You remember one time it wasn't it?
But why are they a thing now?
Because people are
literally
Afrocentric features. Yeah. And I've always loved people with big lips.
Definitely.
Have you ever kissed somebody with big lips?
I have.
I love a lip.
I do. But people are injecting their lips.
Yeah, but that means Pepita, like, people are just curating and just doing so much to have this image that is a fad. Because the standard of beauty now will not be the standard of beauty in the next 20 or so years.
So
because of the standard of beauty now was not the beauty 20 or so years ago.
So true.
So I feel sorry for the young impressionable minds who are looking at these images and looking at these people that they quote unquote look up to, who are influencers, because that's what they call themselves, influencing these people to behave in these ways.
And that's why you have me and you that are organic and showing them that, you know, it's brave to be yourself. It's better to be yourself, because a lot of these people with the curated images, they also have a curated perception of who they are as well, and they hide certain things. So you're not going to see them put up, you know, a bad day on social media and stuff like that. So it's like you're just seeing a piece of what it is that they have to go through to present this pristine person to you. They have them thoughts, so they go through
insecurities, all of these things, and that's why you're doing all of these different things to yourself, because you don't like this part, you don't like that part, and that's okay. It's okay not to like a body part.
Yeah,
I have body parts I don't like.
Yeah,
but I'm not gonna go under a knife.
But it's what makes you uniquely you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Because at the end of the day,
I think a lot of people that go under the knife, they eventually realize that I was okay.
Oh my gosh! So this dude, right, called Armand Wiggins. Chef Bling don't like him. But
I like.
He's
anybody Chef Bling that like something wrong with them, you know.
But he's a YouTuber right from overseas, and I've been watching a lot of him because he's covering the Diddy case. So he's in court.
So you're trying to get the details.
Yeah, man. I have to keep up to date with Wagwan. So he's in the courthouse, and him watch everything Wagwan every day, and him come back and him go live, and he demonstrates down to the T. Pepita. You see, Diddy kick Yassi, he might get up and he might go and kick and everything.
Show the exact kick and everything.
You feel like you're there. He's it's a very dramatic guy. Okay. Anyway, so
I'm gonna check him out.
He did plastic surgery some years ago, and it was botched. And I came across that video recently. I'm gonna watch it.
You did.
He said he felt like he was so ugly. His body was ugly. He was getting overweight, and it was during the pandemic. And him saying partner that's the team said, "Oh, don't you see you're getting big, blah, blah, blah," right?
Oh, Lord.
And he must say he really hated it, and he wanted to do, he decided to do a procedure. So he called one friend and said, "You know anybody?" And he said, "Yeah, we have one doctor in LA, blah, blah, blah." Proceeds to go to the doctor. Him say when him going to the energy was just off, the doctor was just like, "Yeah, so we're going to do this," and I mark him up, and I say, "Yeah, we're going to take out some flesh here and some flesh here, and then we're going to do this and tuck here."
I'm scared.
Anyway, so he paid 20,000 USD for this surgery. And he said when he done and he wake up, him have drain ya, so in him side drain ya, so he have to do, but I cut you and take out this and take out that, you know. Long story short, it was botched. You see, time go man him there, one of him chest, breast, start grow up so like a big breast big up so.
Oversized.
Just get big and big.
Oh, that's
and the doctor, first the doctor was like, "Don't press on it." Then when he got it, he said, "What's happening? Why is my chest getting like this?"
Breast? Like he's a man, but
but he has to start swell up. Yes, so start swell up so on one
and
side.
What did he do his body for again?
Him take out his flesh, him that get fat, so him didn't want to get ripped and get abs and something.
Okay.
Anyway, so when him go back down, the doctor say, not him, he may want to work out. So I'm saying go back to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Okay, so press on it." So him start go my press on it. Not still I get big, so I be a pain in me now. He can't go away, he can't go out. I be a big shirt him have to wear. Go back to the doctor, then do one next surgery again. If you go in there, if you take out the something, the implant we in there. When you look when he go, me sink in this time. I laugh. Sink in. So this, he say after he sink in, he start grow up again. He say I have to go to one different surgeon altogether. And said surgeons didn't want to touch him until finally them sort it out, and it's still not perfect. But long and short of the story, he's saying whatever issues he was having with self was not about his body. It was him personally, him inside. Because him said after he wanted to fix his body so he could feel better about himself, and he went under this knife and he felt worse about himself because his body looked worse. And at the end of the day, like, it's not worth it.
You didn't need that.
You never need to do that. Just hit the gym as I said. Or
and change your diet.
Or keep your body the way it is.
A lot of people say, "Oh, working out doesn't work for me," and this and that. You can't just work out. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your diet. You have to do all of these other things.
And I try not to be judgy because
I'm not judging, but I'm just saying, like, don't make excuses, okay? Because it's possible for everyone. That's all I'm saying. Don't make excuses and stay the same. Like, try. Make a move so you can actually change for the better. You don't want to sit down here and 10 years from now, you're looking back and say, if we did do that 10 years ago, you know, we could have reached it, you know. I've had a lot of that. And I don't want nobody to really go through that. It's rough. Because when you reach now, you look back and you say, by gollies, I should have done this, that.
That's what I'm saying. The best
time. It can
time.
lead into depression. So what you have to do is just recognize, say, all right, we never do that time, yeah. I'm going to do it now and just get it over.
That's what I said. The best time to start anything was 10 years ago. But the second best time is right now. With that said, we're going to go into the honey pot.
I lie. What's going over there? What goes on over there?
All right. So it's me first. Let's talk a bit about attachment styles, right? There are a few of them. Secure attachment, anxious attachment, avoidant attachment, disorganized / fearful attachment. Which one are you?
I am in the cocoon stages of secure attachment.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, because I was previously anxious attached in all of my relationships, and it really wasn't working out for me. In terms of, I was so consumed by the other relationships, whether it's a friend, a lover, a co-worker. I'm just so consumed by their responses and why are they saying this and are they saying this in this certain way and so I had to catch myself. I had to, because I was in this loop of, you know, constantly taking things personal when I really didn't need to, you know, and creating these rifts between me and people that really didn't need to be there, but it was just like all in my head. Like, you know, I mean, people do have their ways and they're there and you'll see that and whatever, but at the end of the day, you know, I have to be so engrossed or enthralled with what people say or what people think of you, because you tend to lose time when you're thinking about that. It's a distraction to the focus that you need to have on yourself in order to move to the next level that you need to move to. So
yeah. The interesting thing about attachment styles, right? It's it correlates with the type of childhood you had, your relationship with your parents, the kind of relationship you had with your dad, your mom, determines in a lot of ways the kind of attachment style you end up with as an adult. For me, I think I'm anxious avoidant. Or maybe I'm disorganized fearful. I think I'm perhaps disorganized fearful.
Let me tell you what
right,
you are.
So when I was young in relationships, I think I had an anxious attachment.
Check the text. Oh my God, did they call? Oh my God, why didn't they call? What does that mean? Is that a...
Yeah. So let me just give you guys a quick rundown, right? So secure attachment. Individuals with secure attachment feel comfortable with closeness and intimacy. They can trust their partners and have faith in their ability to form healthy relationships, right? Anxious attachment. People with anxious attachment often fear abandonment and worry about their partner's availability. They may be clingy and need a lot of reassurance. Yes? So, yes, I was clingy.
Oh my God, I was too.
Avoidant attachment.
AKA Yamhead, really and truly.
Avoidance?
Avoidance leads you to being a Yamhead.
That's why I was a Yamhead.
Yes, and everybody has had their Yamhead stage. You have to graduate. You don't come into the world.
The exam hard doing.
You come into the world as a weedy baby.
I'm not so good at the SBA right now, but anyways,
it's okay.
Avoidant attachment.
First step is identifying what you are.
Yes, avoidant attachment, guys. Avoidant individuals tend to be emotionally distant and prefer to be independent. They may be uncomfortable with intimacy and have difficulty trusting others. Disorganized / fearful attachment, no. This style is characterized by mixed feelings about closeness and a fear of rejection. It can stem from inconsistent or traumatic experiences in early childhood. Honestly, me take me a disorganized / fearful attachment. And I think, and I'm still there.
Okay. So you have mixed feelings when people get close to you.
Because I desire closeness.
And you have a fear of rejection. Yeah, but you have mixed feelings because you're unsure of what the person's intentions are.
Yeah, but I think right now in my life, I'm very, very afraid of rejection.
Because you want what you want.
Yeah,
you don't want to end up in another loop.
Yeah, and it took me a very long time to get to the place where I realized that I was afraid of rejection. Because if I wasn't afraid of rejection, I would try to date more. But I'm just so tired of dating.
You don't need to date more.
And it not going
You
where
do it
I
the
would
way
like
you
it to
want.
go, or eventually just flop out on whatever, right? And so I'm so tired of that I don't feel willing to try.
And that's good. You're at a very perfect place. You're at the place where thank you. Good. You're at the place where this is where now you connect with yourself. You know, you're identifying your attachment style, and now you are deciding that this is not how you want to be. You want to be securely attached because you want to be able to trust your partner. You want to be able to function in the other areas of your life and not have to worry about a partner or a friend or even a co-worker.
You know what I realized, and I'm very afraid of, and I only came to that recently.
Yeah.
Abandonment. Like I
don't wanna be alone.
Serious issues with abandonment. Not even like
I will go people in everywhere, you know.
I know about. I'm tell you all my issue. Them serious with abandonment. No, send me a friend.
Yeah.
I come here and say I had probably never tell me, but late, like last minute, just say, I'm leaving the island. I feel abandoned, you know.
Really?
All of me in it. Alright, so send me this a date, right? I come and say, I'm leaving the island tomorrow. Me devastated.
I saw me turn. I saw me see it too.
And then I realized where it's coming from. I remember when I was younger, my mom wanted to leave my dad.
Oh no.
And I remember when I was a little girl, she came to me one time, and I never forget. Every time I remember that moment. And now I'm realizing why that moment stands out to me so much. She said to me, I'm gonna have to leave.
And that's she said.
And I said, no. And she said, yes, Shelly, I'm gonna have to live. And in my mind as a child, Shelly, in my mind as a child, all I could think about is, wow, come here.
That's all I could think of.
Yes. Because we just don't know. We just have freak out in our mind, and we just say, "Well, come here." Just like you can't leave.
I'm so sorry. No, it's a valid concern.
But when I look back at it,
concern.
there were so many moments like that when she almost left until she did finally leave. But I realized that what that did is it just made me hyper vigilant because you don't know when the world is gonna fall apart.
So you just feel like everybody will always leave.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, sis. But everybody doesn't always leave. You know who leaves? The people that are not meant to be there. So the people that stay, those are the people meant to be there. So what we're doing now is identifying our attachment style so that we can fix it and move towards secure attachment so that we can attract the right type of person that we need.
And talking about attracting, I like to attract some food.
Right, and
so we have Chef Bling here
Chef
with
Bling
us.
is in the building.
Yeah,
Chef Bling is in the house.
Chef Bling is in the building.
Woo! Chef Bling is in the house. Ow! Don't play with him. Don't play with him. Don't play with him.
Shake it, shake it.
Oh,
man!
What's happening here?
All right, Bling, I forgot to explain. Bling,
can I take a picture of this?
Yeah, sure.
Bling? Can I get your phone?
Where's your phone?
Right there over this.
Here you go. Bling, when you finish, you can pass me a little fan over there. So guys, my AC switch burn out, and the man not come to the to change the switch, and I am just burning up, man. I am so hot.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
No,
I don't know. I must say I got your perimenopause.
So how this part right now? We eat the wings.
Yes, Pepita, we eat them, you know what I'm saying? But being I go explain to what kind of wings them is and stuff. And today's show is sponsored, y'all. We're going to talk about that as well. All right, Bling.
All right. So today we have some panko crusted chicken wings.
You said panko crusted?
Yeah, panko breadcrumbs crusted. And Alabama white sauce, or my derivation of it. That is, I don't think is authentic, but you know, I did skip some of the parts because I don't.
How did you make it?
So it was hot honey.
Hot honey?
Yeah. Honey
No
mustard.
pun intended.
Mayo, red wine vinegar, red wine, white wine, and black pepper. That's it.
Oh,
Some bad.
sounds very good.
All right.
Okay, so talk to us, Bling.
So today our show is sponsored by Nelly's Farm.
Nettie's Farm, guys. Big up to Nettie's Farm.
So this is probiotic. It's good for your gut health. It builds up your gut microbiomes. Now kombucha is something that it resets your body. You know, can't have too much of it, as you know, you can't have too much of anything because temperance is everything.
It's a temperance and everything, don't it? Don't overdo it, guys.
So 1 bottle a day, you know, that's good. You know, nothing more than that, and you know, you reset your body.
And she's got a little bee up in there in the Nettie's Farm logo. That's so cute.
Yes, but I do believe she uses honey for some of it.
She's down with the bee. Yes, it says honey.
That one has honey.
Yeah, man. So just give it a little shake.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So where can people get, like, they can find her on social media, right?
Yeah, they can find her on social media and any store in Jamaica, right?
Any supermarket?
She has, you know, so these are limeades. So we have a mulberry limeade. You look more like a ginger
From Nettie's Farm.
Yeah, Nettie's Farm.
Oh, we can just leave
is a
these
new
here so
product.
they can see them.
I look like a ginger girl.
You know, and you can tell them the flavors that you got. I randomly chose them from the fridge.
Okay.
Sparkling
Can I give some
fermented
napkin?
tea.
Okay, and I got lemongrass mint and honey.
Ooh, that's
Yeah, I think it's a great choice. I'm all about my lemongrass and stuff. Here you go, Pepita. Oh my gosh.
Alright, so
Yeah.
that's it. Enjoy, alright?
Thank you so much, Bling. We appreciate you, man.
Bling bling.
Yeah, it's hard for opening it.
It's hard to
Yeah, man, we should have take off the part before we start, don't
But
it?
it just shows that it's well protected.
Well sealed.
Yeah.
Big up to Nettie's Farm and
right,
building. Okay. Oh, look,
Just forget year.
That was easy. Like, what were you doing over there, Pep?
Girl, I forgot to lift some weight.
Okay, wait. Let's cheers first.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay. Thanks to Nettie's Farm and Probiotics for giving us good, healthy guts. What is that?
Something did it.
Oh, it's the
Okay, it's just the
I think she
okay.
uses vitamin C in them.
yeah. So they all have like some.
So I have to shake it up properly. Maybe I didn't shake it up properly.
Yeah, they all have like.
Even
But
if
it's
it-
nice.
Yeah, even if you drink it, it's okay.
yeah, man. Cause I had one.
It's healthy. It is.
last week, and I got particles in there too, like.
Yeah, man.
Oh, this
particles of
is cherry limeade actually.
This is home
Oh,
brewed.
cherry lime.
Yeah.
This is home brewed.
Home brewed, yeah.
So the commercial filtration.
Oh, it's so refreshing.
Yes.
It's really good. And let me go ahead and try myself a wing.
It smells natural.
Yeah, it is. Natural flavors. She
Love
brews
it.
every Thursday. Every Thursday. Religiously.
Every Thursday, guys, she brews.
Oh, I love this. I love the crust. I love the sauce.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Chef Bling, yeah, one with a bag of things.
Yeah.
My belly full.
Andrew, do you wanna try one of the wings?
You want a wing, Andrew?
Sure.
Oh, my belly is full. Oh, my belly full.
I can't
Oh,
come.
my belly full.
Now come in, I shot this for Andrew and then see your hand. But then see your shirt.
Ain't no bad at all.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
Man. This well done.
Yeah, belly full.
We had pizza
don't know
before,
why.
guys. We really
Oh,
end up.
yes, that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We really end up. You can go in now, Pep. It's your turn.
In the
Now
honey
to the-
pot. Okay. Holding men to a higher standard.
Same thing we just said.
So I say this all the time. I say that if most women, let me put that word in, held men to higher standards, they would not be able to operate in a way that hurts us, you know? You know what I mean? Yes, so if we put our foot down and say, yo, we don't want this, we don't want that, or this, we want this, we want if you can't give me that. And I don't mean that in a demanding, not thinking about the other person kind of way. I mean it in a reciprocal way. So if I'm giving you this type of
It's energy.
I want back that type of energy. Even if your love language is different, I should still be able to tell that, you know, you have the same interest. So yeah, lost my train of thought.
No, that's fine. You know Kirk Franklin, right? Yeah.
Gospel dude.
Yeah, man, big him up. He won ultimate icon award at BET Awards the other night.
Okay.
I saw him on a podcast the other day, and what he said really touched me. He said, women are reciprocators. And he said, what that means is, if you're in a situation with a woman, you're the man, she's the woman on a date, and you are pouring into her, and you are ensuring she's good, and she feels loved, and all these different things, she will reciprocate. She will.
And vice versa.
Give you everything, and true, and vice versa. But just very often, it's the woman, right, that is there giving and pouring out and hoping that things will, you know what I mean? Duh. And the man sometimes is unsure, I suppose, or not committed.
Unsure because other women out there
I've had that woman on road.
have this attention, you know.
And so eventually this woman, her good heart, everything she was giving to you, it just burns out, and she just gets cold and withdrawn. You know what I mean?
That's what happens eventually.
And you know, where he was coming from really is not that women are more important than men. He was just trying to say that, hey, if you want to be in a good, loving, sustainable relationship, pour into your partner and everything will be fine. She will take care of everything. She will go above and beyond for you. She will take care of the home. If you cough, she did it with a Pepto-Bismol, whatever, with a Panadol. But you know what I mean? I just brought up that to say that I agree 100% that we have to set the standards that we expect.
They would have to step back. We wouldn't be so easily accessible. You wouldn't have people taking their sister's man or taking their friend's man, or you know what I mean? You would have secure individuals who would be saying, that's not what I'm about. I want to be this.
Wipe a little, you got a little lip gloss on there.
Do you need OD and lip gloss?
No, I think it's because we just ate. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. But what I'm saying is that if it wasn't so easy for them to find a replacement per se, they would have to like look into themselves and say, oh, all right, so I need to come really good, and I really need to make a decision on who it is actually, you know?
Yeah, I just think at some point in your life, you just have to make a decision for yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Especially if you feel like you're unhappy or things aren't going the way you would like them to go. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to step back and just take a break, and that's why I'm celibate.
Good. Yeah. Lovely.
We'll bring the screenshot for.
It's hot in here.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, man, it warm, man. Catch you the AC. You want a Fania?
Were we going to drink this?
Yeah, man. See that little Fania, car. Me don't know. Oh, yeah, clear your
We can drink this.
Yeah, man, a water.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm celibate. And I am not going to take part in coitus again until I am in a relationship with somebody who chooses me and I choose them. I'm done.
I didn't want to.
Okay, mom, big applause. Okay, baby clap that me I get. Mom, big applause. Yeah, man.
But that's a very good place
enough.
to be. Yeah,
I've had enough.
I'm right there with you.
I've had enough.
I'm right there with you.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, just come.
Leave me alone or make sense.
Yes.
Okay? Let me go into the honey pot now. How important is it for a girl to have had a good relationship with their dad?
Extremely important, because it's the first man that you meet. It's the first example of what a man should look like or how a man should be that you get, and it shapes your expectations. It shapes it shapes your expectations. It shapes what you accept, what you allow, really and truly, because you're always looking for somebody that reminds you of your father subconsciously.
True.
You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't want my dad.
I know, right? It's integral.
I wouldn't date my dad.
It's super important. It's super important because well, big up to all the dads. It's Father's Day today. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Daddy's Day.
Please try to have a good relationship with your daughter. And if it is you find that within yourself, maybe you're not where you'd want to be as a good parent yet, have those conversations with her too.
Yeah.
Show her your humanity, you know. Because oftentimes we feel like, oh, you got to be perfect, you got to be all of this, and you have to be this great thing. But all a child needs to know is that you're there. Even if you're not together 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to, not for them to carry your burden, or because sometimes, you know, as a child, you can feel like you want to try to fix your parent. You know what I mean?
A lot of children end up in that
yeah,
category.
like you see them and you see them sad, and you as a child sometimes you turn it in a comedian, you do all of these different things to twist up in an essence, that's something just to make your parents laugh. And that's not necessarily your job, but when you grow up in a household that when you see the people around you just, you know, you can, you know, you feel that.
And then you come into the world innocently, and whatever you see as you go along, that is what shapes your perception of the world and of the people in it. So it's really important to have a good relationship with your dad, because then he can also show you what to look for in a man, in terms of, you know, he is a man. So he's able to tell you, okay, daughter, if he's doing this, then that means say him that. And then all human beings are different, but we have a general idea of what each other is doing, because we're so very similar. Hence, we have these attachment styles and categories, because a lot of people suffer from similar things.
The same things.
And women, like, stop competing. Like, competition just
they say competition is the what?
Stealer of joy.
Stealer of joy.
Comparison is a stealer of joy. Yeah.
Indeed.
Let's talk about that the other day. But yeah, don't do that. Don't do that something. That comparison something. But at the end of the day, still having a good relationship with your father is very important, because as I said, is the first man when you meet, it shapes your expectation of what a man should be. And it's just really important, because who else are going to tell you how to navigate certain things? Like, we are going to talk to when you have a boyfriend and him do something and you don't understand it. Yeah, you can talk to your mother, you know, but daddy just have an insight, because he's a man.
He's the first man you love.
Exactly.
You know, and so it's important for you to feel
make you
loved by him.
Yes, him teach you what to accept, and what is okay for you stems from his example in your life. So.
All right, so let's dive in for the last one. I think it's your. I think it's you.
How important is it to not attach expectations to others, but rather to one's self?
I think that one was yours, right?
It is.
Okay. Super important, because and a lot of what we do is, and I heard somebody say it the other day, that they keep looking for themselves in other people, and you know, that's how That's how you may feel like you're getting close to someone because you start to see similarities in them and so on. But the truth is, everybody is who they are, and how you are is based on your experiences, the way you grew up, blah, blah, blah. And the next person not going to really be the same way. They're going to communicate differently.
They come from different places. They have different family dynamics.
All of their experiences and everything led to them being who they are now.
Exactly.
So to expect that, or to have very high expectations of people, is to set yourself up to be disappointed, woefully
over
disappointed.
And over again. Yep. So true.
Especially celebrities. People who you probably feel like you love because, you know, they're doing such awesome songs.
Because they're only just human beings like all of us, and all of us have flaws. They have flaws too, and they also have limitations. Like them can't have the whole world in a them living room. You know what I mean? 50 million people on the planet, or billion, and everybody love you. That's scary to me, don't you think? It's hard to maneuver and manage. There's so much expectation. They slip and slide. Them take a business and turn it into memes. You know, it's really tough being a celebrity. But then again, you know, you're going into it, you know what you're going into. So I think that if you're secure as a person and you have a secure attachment style, it's easier for you to maneuver. Yes, and then if you have a team, it's always important to have a
good team, right?
Yeah, you can't do it on your own.
Very important to have a good team. But
and then you can't change people, but you can change your reaction to what you allow.
Amen. You are in charge of your reaction.
Yes, and your reaction is everything, because your reaction simply is coming from an internal place. So don't internalize people's actions or their words or anything at all that people want to do. That's on them. The onus is on them. Your responsibility is deciding what you want to allow into your space and what you'll react to.
Yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of where you've gotten to, you know.
It take long though, jeez.
It can take forever. It can take your entire life.
But we are constantly evolving. I'm not at
Yeah.
the place I want to be. I have a lot of things I want to work on, but I'm definitely happy where I am now because it's where I'm supposed to be.
Aww.
I feel good.
I'm proud of you. Yes, guys, I want to say big shout out once again to Nettie's Farm. Yes, check them out on Instagram. Yes, get your probiotic. And yeah, fix things. Fix your gut. It's quite refreshing.
Limeade. I love it actually. I want to drink somewhere.
Of course, please. It's yours. It's absolutely yours. I want to say thank you all so much for watching and listening. I never say listening, and I put it up on Spotify too, and it's on Apple Podcasts as well.
Man.
Yes, I'm obviously listening more. So thank you for watching and listening. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe,
share the
but
show.
most of all, I usually say no, but it's okay. Okay. Thank you. I share that one. Yeah.
You're all of them, but don't listen to her.
Don't listen to me because I'm like, keep this to yourself. You know?
Don't listen to her. Anyway.
Bye.